Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Tuesday, December the 13th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could happen today, over the next several days. This message may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. So we have an opposition today with Pluto in Capricorn and Lilith in Cancer at 27 degrees orb 6. And so this is indeed what I would consider polar opposites, right? Especially when it comes to shadow self energy. Lilith is our repressed dark moon energies. Lilith in Cancer, I find, can be a little bit codependent. Cancer is mothering energy. Pluto in Capricorn is all about death, taboo, transformation. Capricorn is father energy. And so although Cancer and Capricorn do have shared similarities, the two polar opposites can perceive one another almost like a threat, right? And so I do feel on the other hand of the spectrum, opposites can attract. So what I do feel is this tug of war energy when it comes to embracing our intense shadow self, the Lilith energy, and embracing this death energy. And so I do feel this transit is bringing forward this questioning energy. All of these energies kind of working together are bringing forward challenges to boost us into embracing change, willingly embracing change when it comes to our spiritual growth. And so how we respond to these energies is going to be entirely up to us, but it is feeling very combative, very tug of war like energy in order to kind of maybe open up an opportunity to get to the bottom of something when it comes to maybe a story you tell yourself about, maybe not being willing to step into new, unfamiliar territory. Maybe you're going to recognize that there's a brand new direction opening up and it's kind of maybe time to move in that direction. But our Black Moon Lilith does represent like this hot-headed energy when it comes to any issues. So what I want to say is I was shown buttons. So somebody might be pushing your buttons today, triggering this deep-seated anger and pain and the suppression of these energies. Maybe in the past you were abused, but I feel this stirring up of energies when it comes to having to deal with some difficult, painful, traumatic issues where you've repressed, and which leads you to getting into all of these very uncomfortable situations over and over again. And so Lilith is also internally how we feel about ourselves. This is like our natural trigger response to any chaotic external influences. And so I do feel this Lilith energy is about presenting a choice to maybe confront these inner shadow demons and own that true Black Moon Lilith energy as well. So we are going to jump in with the cards. I'm going to use the Tea Leaf deck today, and I did grab the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck to use today. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet, guys. I have a very busy day filled with clients, and so the cup on the bottom of the deck, you must be willing to accept valid criticism. So that's what I mean about the button pushing. Get ready to maybe get criticized or called out. And this is going to create some challenges, right? There's some challenges ahead for sure. But this is to get you back on the pathway towards success. So we're going to see what other energies need to come through. We've got the flute energy. So there's likely going to be some type of criticism today, which might lead to a disappointment when it comes to a friendship situation or a relationship, a lover of some sort, Gemini energy. And maybe this valid criticism is coming from a woman. I did see the man card on the bottom of the deck. So, and I didn't mention it. I almost mentioned it, but I do feel maybe there's a man that's going to be experiencing some criticism from this woman. which will lead to some disappointment. But ultimately, this is going to open up the doorway to a new opportunity, right? So birth energy. And in order to step into this rebirth, we do have to transform and allow something to die away. And so I do think get ready to open up some type of Pandora's box energy. And you're not going to be able to unsee what is shown to you. Look at that. Oh my God. We got brand new, fresh energy, exciting new opportunity. But I do believe there needs to be a finality when it comes to an ending, the Six of Cups reversed. So there's definitely something going on here, a power struggling dynamic between a man and a woman in order to revisit some deep inner childhood wounds is kind of what I'm feeling. And you know, everything changes, nothing stays the same. And so I do feel breaking up with a core wound, which might be reflected in an outer person that you're dealing with, whether you're this woman or this man, you decide. But I do feel an ending after a long period of sitting in some regret, some guilt, some shame, mastering, maybe self-love, pouring into your own cup first, will lead to a new creative imprint, is what I want to say. So somebody's really been facing their inner dragon, their inner demons, and maybe somebody's been dealing with somebody that's been overly critical or demanding in a relationship. But I do feel this is going to trigger some passionate love and hate, and it's going to fuel you to go towards a new beginning is what I'm feeling. So we're going to do a 9-card spread today. I haven't done one of those in a while. So there's that new beginning again, but we're facing some challenges, some blockages, some delays. I do feel a sudden, unexpected ending in order for somebody to embrace some positive change and to maybe travel or relocate in a new direction is what I'm feeling, yeah, because something here is very unbalanced, very unjust. And when we try to look at things as black and white and see too many sides of the situation, sometimes it leaves us in a state of disappointment and confusion. So let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot today. 10 of Wands reverse, that's a conscious release of a long-standing burden. Likely a connection where you've tried to make things work for a very long time. I do feel almost this energy of somebody refusing to let other people help them when it comes to an ending. There is definitely a release of a connection where maybe you've held on to this longer than you should have because of the nostalgic memories, hoping that things would return to the way it was in the beginning, but it's not. And I feel there's this over romanticizing of what this relationship really entailed. And this is going to lead to an unexpected choice in love with the Lovers. So 2 6s. Somebody is on the journey to balance and harmony. Somebody here has a big time decision to make. To make a decision from the heart. Are you ready for pure unconditional love? This has to be a heart-centered decision when it comes to maybe embracing an intimate connection and really putting in the work is what I'm feeling with the 8 of Pentacles for a brand new beginning. Look at that. Brand new beginning here, but something does need to come to an end first. There is a fresh new start. Dead central energy. This is happening immediately. This is like taking a leap of faith, going out on a whim, ready to put in the work, to push fears aside, to take a leap of faith after a long period of indecision and juggling. So the Lovers is a choice. The 2 of Pentacles is a choice, right? And somebody's been juggling a couple of options here is what I'm feeling. The Lovers usually is choosing between 2. And so somebody might have had multiple people here needing to choose between 2. And I feel somebody's finally getting ready to bring balance back into their life after a long period of staying stuck in a situation, watering a dead tree where there's been no growth, resisting doing the work for a new beginning. But I feel, you know, there was some seeds planted here, and I don't think things turned out the way that you hoped that they would. And this really has been a burden because maybe at one point in time you saw this person as your future, and maybe you've been putting in the work, but it's like there's no growth here. It's infertile. And then we get the Knight of Wands in reverse. There is definitely going to be an unexpected departure, which will lead to a brand new beginning in love with the Page of Cups. And so I do feel maybe you had to go through a bunch of relationships because you were inexperienced to figure out what it is that you didn't want, so you could figure out what it is that you did want. I also feel there's been this fear of commitment. Maybe somebody here was divorced in the past and they were afraid to start over, to really put in the work, and maybe they went towards another cycle of karmic patterns. And I do feel there's a new experience here trying to come in. A new romantic encounter is trying to come in after a conscious release, after somebody decides to make a better choice. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. And somebody's really been going within, thinking about this, going within, receiving insights, meditation. Somebody's really been resting before making this big decision. And I do feel somebody's been mentally exhausted, going through a period of ill health and depression, dark night of the soul, feeling like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, feeling like maybe there was a missed magical opportunity here. Maybe due to somebody sneaking away in the past. Maybe somebody in the past was not honest. But I feel some type of revelation, and I feel somebody is sneaking away from a connection that just isn't working, going towards a very single Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy, who is standing in her power, standing in her strength, and she's holding back. She's not giving anything to anybody right now except for herself. And so I do feel, yeah, there was a missed opportunity that somebody failed to recognize in the past. I need a drink, guys. Although I'm getting my voice back, that throat is still irritated. So I also feel maybe somebody is needing to speak up here, is needing to speak up. I feel a wake-up call. So let's take a look at this Six of Cups reverse, this burden being released. Yeah, it's been a struggle. There's definitely been a lot of criticism going on here. There's been a lot of finger pointing is what I want to say, which really has challenged somebody's strength and confidence, I feel, to stand up for what it is that they believe in. There's been a lot of challenges. There's been a lot of delays. And when we are sitting somewhere stuck where we're not meant to be, the universe is going to keep bringing in a series of towers and challenges and delays to get us to rethink our direction, to go in another direction, to break free. So there's definitely somebody breaking free from an illusion of being trapped in a connection, likely because of the memories. And I do feel somebody preparing to cut the chains with something toxic, likely a trauma bond and fear of abandonment here, fear of disappointment, fear of an ending, making a decision that will support happiness and growth, breaking free from a very addictive habit or situation. Could be a drug addiction, could be alcoholism, could be extreme codependencies is what I'm feeling. And yeah, breaking free from a foundation where there's no unity, there's no harmony, there's really no prosperity or contentment there is what I'm feeling. So let's take a look at this Lovers. And somebody's got an Empress that they're going towards, I feel. Somebody knows it's time to take action. This Empress isn't going to stay single for long. She's glowing. Everybody is attracted to the Empress. Everybody comes in and wants to take the Empress out, wants to do stuff for the Empress because she is so successful and glowing and abundant and prosperous. And I do feel in the past this was overlooked. With the Two of Cups in reverse, it was overlooked due to some third-party interference. And so I do feel somebody would like to revisit a very challenging ending in the past when it comes to a romantic relationship or partnership with this Empress. Somebody with this Empress, what I want to say is somebody is about to resurge from the ashes after facing all kinds of challenges. They want to come in for forgiveness because they're no longer confused, right? When it comes to this Ace of Cups and where they want to give their heart to. And I do feel maybe addictions skewed somebody's perceptions, but I do feel somebody really wants to move forward and bring in some clarity and say, hey, I want to work on this. I want to work together. I think we can work really well together. Could be dealing with a Taurus Libra. You could be this Taurus Libra. Let's take a look at this fresh new start, pushing fears aside. Yeah, yeah, the fear is, I think somebody's going to have to come in and confess. There was secrets here in the past, and I think some very embarrassing secrets. Somebody's going to have to come in and make sure they are being 100% honest, full disclosure. And I do feel maybe they've recently gone through a material loss because there was an imbalance here. There was giving to more than one. And somebody, I think, has some karma coming back to them for maybe not making the wisest decision. And maybe somebody here owes another some karmic debt. But I kind of feel like the time is now to take those steps. The wait is over. Can no longer sit and ponder on this decision. It's time to move forward. It's time to expand. It's time to go after your dreams and partner with people that do share the same goals, morals, and values. I do feel, yeah, something that somebody chose not to invest in the past. And I also feel maybe there was a lack of loyalty. Maybe there was a cheating scenario in the past. Let's take a look at this Page of Cups, though, because I feel an apology, an open-hearted offer after a long period of going within. Maybe this has taken 4 years to come back around, but I do feel somebody here has to walk away from a financially secure foundation, which might lead to losing it all. But money isn't everything, right? I do feel maybe apologizing for not building a legacy with this Empress. Because this was supposed to be a connection that was honored when it comes to maybe a family situation. And definitely somebody's really been going within, thinking about bringing forward this apology. Bring forward a meaningful, heartfelt offer. Somebody I do feel is going through some self-discovery and this death energy, this release. Judgment is what I want to say. So there's definitely some type of ending here. That is going to lead to a new beginning, a very open-hearted, emotional new beginning. Maybe this is a connection that triggered an awakening with your own psychic insights. But I do feel somebody's really been holding back their emotions, and they've been emotionally discontent. Maybe somebody in the past was not honorable, was untrustworthy, lacked devotion, was overly cautious. Maybe in the past this person couldn't be trusted. And that's why I feel like it's going to take full disclosure of any embarrassing secrets, because I feel somebody here is kind of losing their mind, coming to terms with the fact that they've withheld these emotions so long they might have missed out on wish fulfillment. So let's see what this Knight of Wands has to say, because I think somebody's growing up here. They're maturing. They're working through commitment fears and getting ready to shed the old to bring in the new, to bring in magic. And I do feel this person in the past was very selfish, was all about themselves and achieving their accomplishments at no matter what the cost, no matter who it hurt. All they cared about was money. I feel they weren't very supportive. They weren't interested in being a spouse in the past, but now they're ready to maybe take that action to plan for the long term is what I'm feeling. I think somebody's getting ready to decide what is next. And I do think they're very ungrounded when it comes to making this decision. I feel a lot of ascension energies, fear of this not successfully manifesting. So definitely could be dealing with a Gemini, Virgo, a lot of mercurial energy, Earth, Capricorn. We do have Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, Leo with the Sun, Virgo. I feel Scorpionic energy here. What else do we got here? We got the Wheel, Six of Cups, Gemini, the Lovers. So I do feel there's going to be a disappointment that will lead to an unexpected departure and an open-hearted new beginning here. So let's see what crystals would be beneficial in the energies today. What crystals would be beneficial when it comes to this message today? So Libyan gold tektite, banish your blahs, smoky quartz, arm your spiritual warrior, amethyst, one of my favorites. Get drunk on your highest self. I do feel there might have been addictions here. And we got pyrite, fool's gold. Somebody was dealing with fool's gold. They did something foolish. They maybe parted ways with an empress that could have led to an amazing, successful, creative project and a lot of abundance. And I feel somebody is definitely brooding. You could have a channel or post on social media. I feel somebody's been binge watching this Empress, and they're looking at figuring out how to come in. Maybe a Cancer. It could be a Cancer, but I feel they are brooding. They are brooding, and they are getting ready to set some serious goals here. They got to find their get up and go. I do feel somebody ghosted this Empress. I do feel this was a ghosting situation here. And now whoever ghosted this Empress keeps looking at their life with the glass half empty type. There's a reordering here. Somebody's had a ball and chain around their neck in a very toxic, combative situation here, dealing with a woman. Could be a younger woman. And I do feel they've fallen prey to maybe an emotional vampire, somebody that is always belittling them, putting them down, instilling fear, stripping them of self-worth, self-value. And I do feel there's somebody here getting ready to embark upon a spiritual journey, to take that leap of faith, to notice what the difference is here between reality and fantasy. And I do feel somebody's life has been a train wreck. It's gone way off the rails. It's time to get back on route, back towards your true north is what I want to say. And I do feel somebody's been playing this victim routine, and it's time to start living with purpose. And so I do feel somebody is trying to find their core power. There's been this chronic lethargic energy here as somebody's been going within, trying to gain these insights. Definitely somebody's been sleeping on their fullest potential here. And I do feel somebody's like recalibrating their solar plexus in order to call on their core power to bring in a romantic offer. And this could involve kids too. So I do feel somebody's getting ready to power through this dark, shrouded, shadowy matter, and maybe to come in and offer a gift of some sort. And that's kind of what I got. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out the description box below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.